So we're going to talk about Tyrone Blackburn. I know Tyrone Blackburn has been running into issues the entire time we've been covering him on this channel. He has a lawsuit he's fighting against Fat Joe in one instance. We've heard him mentioned in other instances, right? So we've got Joe Tacopina and Fat Joe versus Tyrone Blackburn, all right, and Terrence Dixon. So if you don't know about those cases, I did other videos on those. I'll leave a link in the description to them. But now Tyrone Blackburn was being served by one of Joe Tacopina's process servers, and he allegedly ran over this process server with his car. Now, it wasn't as dramatic as it sounds. If you read the actual incident, it doesn't sound that crazy, but it looks like he is being charged with assault. And we're going to get into it here. Shout out to Lauren Conlin over on X. She says, breaking, Lil Rod Jones and Terrence Dixon's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, has been indicted for an incident in June of this year involving a process server sent by Joe Tacopina. Blackburn allegedly mowed the man down. The indictment remains sealed, but the docket indicates Blackburn is due back in court on October 23rd, which is 2 days from now. The top charge is recklessly causing serious injury with a weapon. Y'all can see that there. Blackburn and his client, former Fat Joe hype man Terrence Dixon, are currently being sued by Fat Joe for defamation following Dixon's June 2025 civil lawsuit. Fat Joe's attorney, Tacopina, Joe Tacopina, he told her exclusively that he is a guy who hides his extortionate acts behind a law license. Hearing he was indicted by a grand jury for felony assault is not surprising at all. Shout out to Joe Tacopina. And what do we have here? Look at these counts. We've got this count here. What's the description? It's hard to read. He injured a victim 65 or older. Assault with intent to cause physical injury using his car. He's got assault, it looks like, with intent to cause serious injury. We've got, let's see, leaving a fail to show. So he didn't show up for a court. Assault 3 with intent to cause physical injury. Recklessly causing physical injury. Menacing. Second weapon. Criminal possession. All right. We've got reckless driving, harassment, and physical contact. What a clown this guy is. This is a disgrace and an embarrassment to lawyers. Let's be real. Lawyer suing Fat Joe, TMZ says, indicted after allegedly mowing down process server. Tyrone Blackburn and the lawyer that is suing Fat Joe has been indicted for allegedly running over a process server with his car. Check this out. Law enforcement sources confirmed to us that Blackburn has been officially indicted over the alleged May incident, though we're told the indictment will remain sealed until his arraignment, which is coming up. Tyrone Blackburn was arrested in June after cops say he got into his vehicle while a 66-year-old process server was giving him papers connected to the Fat Joe case. All right, Tyrone Blackburn then allegedly put his car in reverse and hit the process server in the leg, causing a somewhat major knee injury that the server claims he needed surgery to fix. Dang! Blackburn represents Terrence Dixon, who sued Fat Joe for millions, alleging he helped Fat Joe write music. Later on, Dixon and Blackburn filed another lawsuit accusing Joe of engaging in intimate relationship with a minor. In the lawsuit, Joe's attorney, Joe Tacopina, said that he was full of lies. And his lies intended to damage his reputation and force a settlement through public pressure. Tyrone Blackburn was booked on assault about 6 weeks after the alleged incident is said to have taken place. Let's hear what Joe had to say at the time, because it's always good to hear from Joe Tacopina. Hopefully they don't make me play this ad again. It might not go through. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see if I can figure this out. I think it's TMZ's website is tripping. There we go. Let me try this one more time, and we'll see what Joe had to say here. Here we go. All right, I think I got it. Boom.
This twist of him allegedly driving over your process server, How'd that go down?
You could take allegedly out of that question, but it went down where a 66-year-old guy who was hired just to do a job of serving a lawsuit on this guy decided he wasn't going to accept service. He didn't want to be served. So he took his car and ran into him.
How is he?
He's okay. I mean, he's 66, not the youngest guy in the world, but he has some damage. He went to the hospital, he has some leg, damage, but he's
going to be okay.
Messed up this guy's knee.
Yeah, he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. They issued an arrest warrant, and they arrested him this morning, which comes, by the way, as no surprise to me at all, guys. No surprise. It's just the latest example of his malicious and manipulative pattern of misconduct, finally coming to light. He really is an embarrassment to the legal community. This guy, it's a disgrace watching him use the court system to shield his extortionate tactics. Two federal judges. Listen to what I'm about to say to you guys. Two federal judges in the same courthouse, Southern District of New York, have already said to him in writing, in filings on two separate cases, that he's misusing the court system to embarrass people, to garner publicity for himself, to misstate facts, misapply the law that he doesn't clearly know. If two federal judges said that about me and wrote that in an opinion, which is in our complaint, I would go serve espressos at Starbucks for the rest of my life. Don't forget how this went down, guys.
McDonald's, yeah.
This went down where he initially made a demand, this Dixon, to Fat Joe. He was a hype man, literally a hype man. Guy who jumps around and hypes people up. That's all he did. From 15 years ago, by the way. So he then said, well, I wrote half your songs. Give me $3 million. And Fat Joe was like, huh? What are you talking about? That was the end of that. So because they didn't reply to that, or because he didn't get money from that, the next letter from Blackburn came saying, yeah, I wrote half your songs. Give me money for that. And also I saw you have sex with minors. Like, wait, what? Where did that come from? How did that miss the first letter, the first demand? I mean, it's so pathetic. And look, we've spoken to some of the people he claims this happened to in the lawsuit. Unfortunately, he hasn't. What you've discovered is he didn't, from what you found, that he didn't vet these claims at all before filing this lawsuit. Correct. One of the people don't even know who Fat Joe is. So anyway, this is all going to come out. This is why we litigate. But this today's news is just this. It should be shocking when a lawyer gets arrested. It should be shocking when a lawyer gets arrested for committing felony assault on someone. But unfortunately and sadly, it's not shocking with this guy.
Nope. And there's going to be more to come. All right. Also, Lauren Conlon says that Fat Joe's attorney, Joe Tacopina, said this, and we just read that earlier. He's a guy who hides his extortionate acts behind a law license. Hearing he was indicted by a grand jury for felony assault is not at all surprising. That, coupled with everything else multiple courts have condemned him for, make it clear that he needs to get help, and I hope he does. Joe is 1000% right. And shout out to Lauren Conlon for that. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments in the chat. What's going to happen to Tyrone Blackburn, and why hasn't something happened yet? I mean, a judge accused him of using ChatGPT to write some of his filing, which is crazy. I want to know what y'all think, man.